Hello, I'm Karin from Third Wheel, and I have 5 different tips for the beginning flutist for you today. Tip number 1 is about alignment. When you go to put your flute together, make sure that the head joint hole lines up with the first finger on your flute. So I like to close my right eye, look down the flute, make sure those two places line up. Now, as a beginning flutist, what I would recommend is putting a drop of nail polish here on the head joint and here on the body, just real small, pick your favorite color, and just put that there to make sure that every time you put your flute together, it lines up in the exact place. Now, the second tip that I have for you is balance. There are 3 different balance points on the flute. Number 1 is your left hand. So the flute should sit in the crook of your left hand. As you bring up your right hand, the thumb should sit right under this key. And you want to rest the flute on the pad of your thumb. You don't want your thumb too far forward because then the flute starts to roll, or too far back, you lose your grip. So right here in the center. And the third point is up here underneath your lip. So you want to have a little bit of pressure here so that the flute can't be pulled away and it's nice and steady while you play. Now, my third tip is about the embouchure. So this embouchure hole here should be parallel to the ground. That means you should be able to see some of it as you're playing. Here's a close-up. Now my fourth tip is about air direction. Take your left hand and put it right here in front of your face and aim the air for the center of your hand. Now aim at the top, the tip of your fingers. And lastly, here at the bottom of your hand. This is the low, middle, and high register of the flute. So learning how to change the air direction will help you play those different registers. And my final tip, my 5th tip, is about D and E flat. These 2 fingerings are often done incorrectly. So I want you to think about middle D, D in the staff. All these fingers should be down except for your first finger on the left hand. Then when you go down to the low octave, you put this finger down. This is the same for D and for E flat. So think of your first finger like an octave key, and it changes depending on those 2 registers that you're playing. I hope these tips help you out, and have fun learning to play your flute.